Hey everyone, Ben here, and I have a secret supernatural sim racing ability. I can see into the future, and by using the tips in this video, so can you. To see into the sim racing future, you must know the car you're driving. For example, I know that the Super Formula is really difficult to get off the start line, and that crashes in the first 100 metres of a race are very common. I can see my own demise in the future if I'm too aggressive, so I err on the side of caution. I can also see a future in which at least 2 or 3 drivers end up in the wall after just 2 or 3 seconds, so I always give other cars extra margin at the start to boost my chances of survival. Just as important as knowing your car is knowing the track you're driving on, especially in race conditions. Now that's not so that you don't get lost, but so that you know when accidents are most likely to happen. Take the chicane at the end of the lap at Suzuka. It's one of the few parts of the track with a heavy braking zone, meaning cars will concertina together. Here I am approaching at over 200 km an hour with a gaggle of cars ahead. Even now I'm looking to the future and can imagine a world in which when I arrive to the corner there are cars strewn across the track. Which is just as well, because this happens. Now of course, I got lucky here. If I was following more closely to the accident, I'd have been as helpless as the driver ahead of us was. But I made some of this luck because I was anticipating that something might go wrong and I was ready to slow down. And in this case, it saved my sim racing life. By now, you'll have clearly guessed that I don't really have a supernatural ability. I'm talking about racing experience and anticipation. Reading the road and the race in order to minimise incidents, and there are other tools you can use to help do this as well. Your relative board shows distances to cars ahead. If these distances drop rapidly, then someone has gone off, and your spotter and flag markers can warn you when an incident has occurred ahead. And you really should use these tools, because when you don't, this kind of thing can happen. Then again, I'm not sure if even Nostradamus could have predicted that this driver would attempt to rejoin the track like this. Well, perhaps if he'd ever raced online, he would have. The point remains though, anticipation is a hugely underrated quality of getting better results when sim racing. The best way to build anticipation is to build knowledge of your car and the track, especially in race conditions. Stay alert to what's going on around you and use the tools you have at your disposal to recognise danger before it's too late. And if you want to see all of these tips in action, check out the video that's on screen now.